Let's talk about what kind of sorcery we're going to be throwing down today. So we have a Winchester Model 37A, single shot break action. It's a 12 gauge, 2 3/4 or 3-inch chamber, and it has a fixed full choke. It's not getting a good enough pattern for the customer, so we are going to be threading and reaming and tapping so that we can thread it for this Carlson's turkey choke. It's about 40 thousandths tighter than the fixed full choke. So that's a pretty big job. A lot of people shy away from threading shotgun barrels because there's not a lot of material there to work with. So what we're going to have to do to get rid of the forcing cone, or the full choke to begin with, is we have a adjustable reamer. Get out of the package here. We have an adjustable reamer that we're going to change the inside diameter of the muzzle so that we can actually use then a reamer to ream it out to the proper dimensions. You can see it's got several different steps on it. Those are going to go all the way up to this mark at the muzzle. So we're going to be making basically 3-step cuts in there, and those correspond to the bore of the gun and the threads and choke that we're putting in. And then once we get it reamed, put it back in here. Once we get it reamed, we'll go to the actual tap that will thread into the bore. And it's pretty fine thread. I'd have to look and see exactly what the pitch is. 13/16 by 32. So that will bottom out on this end where we cut the shoulder into the bore, and that will give us our threads for the choke. Not to be finished, we are then going to come around to the breech end, and we're going to lengthen the forcing cone of the gun using this forcing cone lengthening reamer. And that does two things. It tightens up the pattern of the shot as it travels down the bore, and it also reduces felt recoil. So we're going to be doing all that. It's all except for the threading portion is all going to be done on the lathe. So we're going to reset everything, and we'll get started on making our changes. So here we've got the barrel mounted up in the lathe, indicated it on the bore, and we've got within 1/1000th of an inch of concentricity. So now what I'm going to do is, it's still just a little large for the adjustable chamber reamer to go in. So I'm going to start with a boring bar and just take a small pass, probably about 5/1000ths off of each side. And I'm running this super slow because I don't want to get any deflection on the tool if I can help it. So I'm going to go ahead. This is turning at an extremely slow speed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and then we'll come back and take a quick look at the cut that I made. We're getting a good cut with our reamer. We're having to go really slow. We're getting a good cut with it. And we're currently running at 120 RPMs. They recommend between 100 and 200, so we're going to go low. Keep everything nice and smooth. And very slow feed rate. Letting those reamers do their thing. it. We're going to do this until we get the right diameter on our bore. Okay, so now is when we are going to start removing a lot of metal and actually start reaming this out to size. So we've got our reamer set here, and we're going to bring it up to where we want it. Keep it somewhat close so we're not having to move as far out of the tailstock. Got some oil on the bushing. I'm going to start the bushing in. Now, we are going to start removing metal. And a lot of it. Process, but we want to go slow so we get a good finish. Actually, I'm going to change this setup a little bit. This in on the tailstock. About right there. We're staying a little closer. Alright, so now we're going to start removing that. Alright. And then we'll be back. On our first shelf, and removing a lot of metal, as you can see on the and we're going to back this out and clean some chips. So we're coming up to the final little bit here. In that last shoulder, its contact, we're done. So there you can see what we've cut with that reamer. Now we thread it. So now we've got it reamed out, and we're going to go ahead and use this tap, and we're going to put a good amount of cutting oil on for lubricant. Let me throw a rag underneath there. Get messy. And we'll insert the tap. Plenty of oil. And then we're just going to start cutting threads. Just like that. Nice sharp tool is everything here. And you do have to put some pressure forward on it so that it will start cutting. Occasionally you want to just give it a quarter turn back to clear the chip. And we're going to go until this basically bottoms out. we'll come back and try the choke tube. So let's come back in here. I think I'm probably, if I had to guess, getting pretty close to the end of the thread for that. Still turning, and oh, there it is. There it bottomed out. It won't go any farther. If I force it, that's exactly what I'm doing, is forcing it. So I'll run it tight in against the shoulder, and then I'm going to thread this back out. Should be full of chips. We should have a nice thread in there. So come back again. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how it does. We've got our Carlson's turkey choke, 660. Should thread in. Oh, yes. Very nice. And it's nice and flush there. So we got a good fit with our reamer. We got exactly how far down we needed to. That's beautiful. All right, so there you have it, threading a shotgun barrel for a choke tube.